Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bucks County Cabaret Show. The Bucks County Cabaret is simply the best room in Bucks for music and entertainment, featuring the area's finest performers, great food in a supper club atmosphere, and the most eclectic variety of cabaret shows in Cabaret Town, New Hope, Pennsylvania. It's Rob Bell. Hello, Rob, from PANJ Radio.
What's happening?
And I'm Tom Orr, your host at the Bucks County Cabaret, located at the beautifully renovated Rodeway Inn Suites in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Rob, I was in there last night, and you won't believe what they've done to it. I mean,
what happened?
Well, what happened is they just redid all the walls, the pillars. They're all in stone. They've done a whole refurbishing
last week
of the restaurant since last week. They've been working on it all week.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to be going into the month of October in a beautiful new restaurant area outside the cabaret to highlight the beautiful room that we have inside in the cabaret.
That's awesome, man.
And today we have a special show. We're going to give you a little preview of everything that's coming up in the spooky month of May.
3, 4.
Working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight, and my monster from the slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash.
Yes, that is your host, Tom Orr, doing the Monster Mash. It is me, yes. The show I did at the Off Broad Street Theater in Hopewell several years ago. You might hear that song on October 7th. That's when we have our Halloween review. But we're going to talk about a little bit more about that show. It's not really a Halloween review. It's Halloweening at the Moon. So we have our best singers howling songs to the moon, the fall, and the Halloween. And this is something we have once a month where we have our review of the best of local people singing their hearts out on our stage with our grand piano. But
sounds better than howling.
and what we're doing today is everything from the month of October. And the first thing we start out with, October 1st, the Crypt Kicker 5.
It's still there.
No, it's actually Joey Novick, who is here in the studio with us. Hello, Joey.
That is actually me. I heard my name, so I get to talk now.
Get away from your device there.
Get away from the device. No, it's from having ADD, I multitask.
Is that a pressure cooker?
It is a pressure cooker. It is a pressure cooker.
Yeah, so in the spirit of the season, we're going to have a riotous sort of interview with Joey Novick, I'm sure, because very, very funny guy. He's doing a show, Comedian Elected to Town Council in New Jersey, A True American Story.
That is, and so am I. I'm doing that show, too.
With jokes.
With jokes.
And he's previewing it at our cabaret on October 1st. And before...
and damn proud to be there.
And... before we regale you with his humor, Joey has been a political comedian, camp counselor, editorial director, attorney, busboy, radio show host, professional speaker, child actor, and elected official in New Jersey, but not necessarily in that order.
Yes, it's not necessarily in that order.
And you have your own show here on PANJ Radio?
I have to tell the line about not necessarily in that order came from, of all people, my mother. As I was doing this, we were having a conversation once. I actually tell this story. I was having a conversation with her about all the different jobs that I had, and I was listing. I'm a politician. I was a lawyer. I was a busboy. She says, and my mother said to me, goes, "But that's not the order you had them in." And I just thought, that is so brilliant, because she was so upset that I didn't put them in chronological order.
Do you have siblings who puts in order too?
I have two brothers. I have two older brothers. I'm the youngest brother, and I have two parents that I'm very proud of. So we raised them from being one. I've raised my parents since the the time I was a baby. I was just the entire time. It's just amazing. So.
And we were saying, Rob, that you Joey entertains you every week with his show here at PANJ Radio.
He had. I didn't realize he was a busboy.
I was at one time. Was one of my.
He's been
first
holding
jobs
out on
as
me a
busboy.
little bit.
I was a busboy in a restaurant that really should have been closed much earlier, but it was a busboy. It was a restaurant called Seniors Restaurant, which is in Brooklyn. They had an overwhelmingly Jewish clientele, and back then I had a big Jew fro. I know it's hard to believe. So during the summers when I got a tan, they actually thought that I was Puerto Rican. And it was amazing to walk in that world and be treated with such insult and rudeness by my own people because I thought that I was not a fellow Jew. And they would bark orders at me. And so I left that life.
I see. And now I'm interested in finding out how you got started with MTV and Comedy Central.
Oh, okay.
And all these appearances you made.
When I was younger, I realized that I had no other skills, so comedy seemed to be no. Just seriously, I was a child actor. Myself, I was on a few TV shows, did a few commercials. I was on a TV show called East Side, West Side with George C. Scott and Cicely Tyson. Cicely Tyson actually played the first black, she played a secretary, and George C. Scott played a social worker in New York, and this was a show that was on in 1962.
I remember that show.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Well, I was 7, but I sort of remember it.
But the interesting thing, you can actually catch this on YouTube now, and it's interesting to see. It was up against some Western like like Bonanza or something on TV. So it did not get, but it was so far ahead of its time.
And it used the East Side, West Side theme, right?
Yeah,
I remember
exactly.
that. I remember that.
And the thing that was amazing about it is George C. Scott confronted issues of heroin addiction, transvestitis. And this is 1962. Drug addiction.
It wasn't on very long.
It was only on 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
It ran 1 season, and then they tried to jazz it up the second season by making him the chief of staff of a local councilman. And it just never garnered an audience. But if you look at the scripts now, if you look at the actors that were on the show, I mean, Alan Arkin, George C. Scott, what's his name from All in the Family played Carol O'Connor played a corrupt police captain, and just the acting was phenomenal, and the show never got the audience that it deserved, but. George C. Scott, Cicely Tyson, and I would sit down all the time as a 7. No, I was an extra.
So you learned from the best at an early age. I learned from the best at an early age. But so they had George C. Scott. So I was, Cicely Tyson was the first black secretary. I was the first young 8-year-old Jew on the show. So that was my role in the show. But so then I went to dramatic school after that, and I've always loved comedy. The short version of the story is I watched the Dick Van Dyke Show and thought to myself, oh my God, I can make a living writing comedy, doing jokes, and that sort of set the tone for me. And then I started doing comedy in the early 80s. And you've appeared with Seinfeld, Robert Klein, Brenner.
But they never call.
They never call. They never say hi.
They never say hi. No, I've opened up. I mean, every comedian. I mean, those credits are like credits that could be for any comedian who's been doing it a long time. But you work with clubs. I've opened up for Seinfeld, Robert Klein. Really funny story about Robert Klein. I'm opening up for Robert, and to show you that you've been in show business, it's all the same no matter what level. I'm opening up for Robert Klein, and it was about a week after George Carlin died. Okay, so I'm making reference to the fact that how sad it is. George Carlin has passed away, this brilliant comedic mind, and I'm expecting Robert Klein to say something like, how sad it is, and he goes, yeah, he was always a prick to me. I was trying to get back on HBO, and I'm the one that created the HBO special, and then, after I did my first 3, they signed him for 8, and I couldn't get back on for him. I'm going, whoa, okay, is a bitter on, and I said, whoa, okay, don't mention that. And the piano player Paul says, I'm sorry, I should have told you not to mention that, because again, professional competition, I guess, is at whatever level. So, but it was interesting.
That's showbiz.
That's showbiz. Hey, that's showbiz. And Robert Klein, again, a brilliant comedian. I'm an absolutely brilliant comedian, but that really surprised me. Did that. So I work clubs, and you open up for different people.
So tell us a little bit about this show.
Oh, okay. Well, I am a comedian who got elected to town council in New Jersey.
Yeah, well,
and,
why don't you tell us how that happened? That's another interesting story.
That's the story.
Sure.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry. You have to come to see the show.
Right. Well, don't give
you'll
too
be
much.
there. Okay.
Yeah, right. I will be there. Yes.
Well, I moved to New Jersey. I had a problem with my neighbor, and I went to the local borough council to deal with the issue. And they treated me very, very badly. I mean, they treated me like I was some piece of scum, some piece of vermin. Well, I am. But the point is that they didn't have to do it out that.
You're in showbiz after all.
I'm in show business after all. And there was a guy, I talk about in the show. I'll tell the story. But I went to the meeting, and I'm sitting there, and my girlfriend Rosie told me to be very affable, be friendly, stay to the end of the meeting, shake their hand, be nice. And I'm thinking, I'm nice to everyone. So I'm sitting there, and the guy who was sitting there as the chair of the meeting was a guy who, very Republican. It's all Republican council. Here I am as a left-wing Democrat. And I talk about my problem. And at the end of the little session, they have public comments. So I get up there and I make a complaint, and he treats me like, oh, you're coming up here with all these complaints. And I put out my hand to shake his hand. His name was Bill Wright. And I made a joke, and I said, that's what you do. Bill Wright, that's your name. You write bills. And I thought that was hysterically funny, but he didn't. No. So I went home, and I did not like the way they treated me. And about a few months later, the Democrats came to me and said, we see you playing around. Would you like to run for borough council? Which I thought was ludicrous. And the guy invited me to a meeting. And this is a short version. It's longer in the show. But he invited me to the meeting, the local Democratic chairman, and I'm sitting there bored out of my mind. And then I asked him the one question which would change my life, which is, who is my opponent? And he pointed to this guy. And I said, I am in. And I ran. And, I eventually won. But, that was the moment that I realized.
That's good motivation for you.
It was great motivation. Well, that's how a lot of people get involved in politics, though, is that you're wronged and you feel, well, I can certainly do a job as good as that guy. That was basically the beginning story.
And you're going to be performing this show in New York?
Yes, the show was chosen, I'm very scared to say, as a part of the United Solo Festival, which my director, Carol Montgomery, who was directing me, said, why don't you take the show into New York to go to the United Solo Festival? And I didn't really take it particularly seriously, but I sent them the script, you sent them a little video, and they get maybe 500 applicants, and they choose maybe 80, and I was shocked to see that they actually are now going to require me to do the show, which I think is just outrageous.
Well, once they sell the tickets.
Yeah, they sell the tickets, that's outrageous. So I'm doing the show, and I have done a table reading here. I've been doing some rewrites with my current director, and I thought to do it somewhere in between. That's how we came to doing
as Chris Rich
Chris
did
Rich,
recently,
a very brilliantly funny person.
Previewed her show,
Hope Street, which, by the way, is actually going to be done. I guess by the time this airs, the show will have been done at the Ginny Naparano Theater in Delaware Township. But I saw her show. I thought it was wonderfully moving and funny.
Mm-hmm. Can we get her on Punchlines in Politics?
I would definitely have her on. She is from Pennsylvania, so I usually narrowly focus it to New Jersey comedians. But she can certainly, we've been doing so much about national issues. She certainly come on. I've known her for years. Very, very funny.
So, October 1st at the Bucks County Cabaret. We kind of know what to expect now.
Yep, I've done a little bit of the story. Well, it's the arc of my getting elected and my walking through the world of politics in New Jersey. So there's a lot about New Jersey. There's a lot about just political. I'm a Democrat. I was the only Democrat on an all right-wing conservative Republican council, and just the frivolity that ensued.
And I must say, Joey is quite a presence on social media too. He does his
I try.
his Jewish joke
Oh,
of
the
the
Jewish
day.
joke.
I do,
The day is awesome.
which I have not done yet. I will do this sometime. Maybe I can do it. Actually,
Do it from Green Birdie Production
I could.
Studio.
I will. Maybe I can. Oh, maybe I could do that. Let me see if I have enough.
You could do it
time
while you're
here.
live on the show.
I can do live while I'm on the show. Maybe I can do that. I have a great joke I was going to tell. I need to plug in my phone again, though. I have to get my. I don't think I brought my. I have an iPhone, and I did not bring my plug with me, so I'm not sure if I have a. If you have one, that would be that might be helpful.
What model?
Okay.
It's an iPhone. It's an.
I only have the 4S.
I'll tell you what. How about if we do a little bit about the rest of our October, our
Yes, let's get
fall
back to the show.
season.
It's all about you, Tom, isn't it?
And while we're doing that, you can plug in your
and do that.
and we'll do the Jewish joke of the day live from our show.
See, this is what I don't have. I don't have the discipline to bring my guests back to the show because every once in a while I'm watching my own show and going, "Boy, this is I'm the host," and I have to remember.
Right, and Joey will stay in the studio. Right now, I'm going to play a little bit from our Halloween show, and this is actually from a previous review, and at our Halloween show, our very popular singer Matthew Allen is going to have his birthday. So a lot of people coming out to hear him on his birthday. Here's a little bit that he did at our Songs from the Movies review last month.
The more I live, the more I learn. The more I learn, the more I realize. The less I know, each step I take. Papa, I've a voice now. Each page I turn. Papa, I've a choice now. Each mile I travel only means the more I have to go. What's wrong with wanting more? If you can fly, then soar. With all there is, why settle for just a piece of sky? Papa, I can hear you. Papa, I can see you. Papa, I can feel you. Papa, watch me fly.
And that's Matthew Allen on our stage at the Bucks County Cabaret, and he will be appearing in Halloweening at the Moon, Friday, October 7th. It's going to be a lot of fun. We also have Jan Baldwin, Rick Bossman, Christine Hunt-Hjorth, and several others. You might even hear me do the Monster Mash. Somebody asked me to do it again.
You better.
So you might.
It's going to be the highlight of the evening.
You might hear that
Now,
also.
Do you dress up like Frankenstein with bolts in your neck and all that
well,
stuff?
no, I dress up like the professor, in my lab coat.
The wacky professor?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
With my googly eye glasses.
Do you put on like crazy blonde curly hair?
I could do that, actually. We got to get you for some of our ideas, Rob. So
we're full of them.
So, before we sign off for the first half of the show, we have Joey Novick back, and he is going to do live on our show the Jewish joke of the day. He's going to be live on Facebook.
Simultaneously on FaceTime. Is it called FaceTime?
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Which is a
Today's the
phenomenon
20th.
nowadays.
It really is.
And
and you all get the notifications as soon as they're,
Okay, am I ready to go?
Are we ready? Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Here we go.
Hey, it's Joey Novick with your Jewish joke of the day. I am in the studio with Tom Orr. Say hello, Tom.
Hey, guys.
I'm in the studio with Rob. Is Rob there? Rob Bell.
I'm over here.
Over there. Hold it. Rob is over there.
There I am.
I hope I have
There.
enough power.
There.
So a quick Jewish joke of the day. Mrs. Goldstein goes in every Friday, but very late, into Rosenbaum's butcher shop to get her chicken for the Sabbath. And she goes in, and Mr. Rosenbaum is so upset because he's trying to get home for the Sabbath. And she says, "Do you have a chicken?" And he goes and he weighs the chicken. She says, "Oh, that doesn't look too heavy. Do you have another chicken?" He only has one chicken, so he goes into the back room and he puts about 3 pounds of liver in the chicken. Reweighs the chicken. She says, "Oh, that's a very good chicken. Could you weigh the first chicken again?" So he goes to the back of the room. He takes the liver out, brings the chicken back, weighs it. She goes, "I don't know how many people we're going to have, so can you go back? Give me the second chicken again." So he goes back in, puts the liver back in. He does this the next 15, 20 minutes. Then finally he says, "Look, Mrs. Goldstein, could you make a choice?" He says, "Look, I know I'm here. I'm bothering you. You know what? I'll take both." And that is the Jewish joke of the day. You can... The joke is she wanted both chickens. That's the joke. So I hope that
and that ain't chopped liver.
And that ain't chopped liver, which she put in. So I am Joey Novick. I am going to be at the Bucks County Cabaret Saturday, October 1st for my show, Comedian Elected to Town Council in New Jersey. Also, you want to give a little plug. Tom Orr is the producer, director, everything at the Bucks County Cabaret. You can see all great shows there. Tom, a little plug.
Be sure to join us. It's the best room in Bucks to see people up close, and Joey is going to have a very funny show, I know.
I know. I recently saw a great show there. My friend Chris Rich, who will be she will be tonight at the, that was it.
He's out of power. So that was the whole live broadcast on Facebook, and now we have to sign off for the first half.
Thank goodness that you fit the whole joke in.
Yes, really.
Otherwise, people would have been like, "Did she get one chicken? Did she get two chickens?"
I like that joke. That's a good joke.
It wasn't foul.
It was. Oh, it was. I am so glad that you had the. I can't even think of a good chicken joke.
I didn't have the symbols ready for that.
I didn't have the symbols ready. I'm so glad that you were so cocksure about doing a joke like that.
Well, we're having a clucking good time here.
Oh, there you go. Well, go cluck yourself if we're going to go in that direction.
And now we're signing off for the first half of the Bucks County Cabaret show. Be sure to join us with Joey Novick. I'm just laughing here. October 1st, next week at the Bucks County Cabaret, and come back for the second half of the show.
Your business only gets one chance to make a first impression. That's why Green Birdie Productions offers free re-edits on every high-definition video we create. Our Emmy Award-winning staff and green screen special effects studio guarantee the quality we strive for. It's no wonder most of our business comes from referrals. Green Birdie Productions. Compelling video, competitive price.
Hey, it's Laura Mangone from Food for Thought. Would you like us to talk about your recipes on the air? Send them to laura@chamberswalk.com, and we can talk about them, give you our points of view, maybe even share some improvements. Join us, Food for Thought.
It's all authentic comfort food at Bitter Bob's in New Hope. Bob serves mouth-watering barbecued pork and chicken dishes, signature sloppy sandwiches, homemade cornbread, macaroni and cheese and collard greens, all the great southern dishes you crave for. Bob serves weekend brunch, lunch, and dinner, BYOB, with an outside patio that is dog-friendly, and he has a kids menu. Great desserts, too. And Bob can cater any event, big or small. Tell the waitstaff you heard this commercial and get 10% off. Bitter Bob's in New Hope, PA. Authentic comfort food for your family.
Join us on the first Thursday of each month for Network Lambertville in Lambertville, New Jersey, the most productive open networking group in the Bucks, Mercer, and Hunterdon County area. At Network Lambertville, we serve award-winning wines, a fully catered meal created by Bitter Bob's Barbecue, and fabulous desserts by Pudge Cakes of New Hope. Network Lambertville is held at Green Birdie Productions Green Screen Studio at 21 Bridge Street in Lambertville, New Jersey. Networking with wine and past appetizers starts at 6 p.m., with dinner served at 7:30 p.m. All networkers get 1 minute with microphone to talk about their business to the group. There is no fee to join Network Lambertville, but we do ask for a $20 tax-deductible donation at the door to help cover expenses. Network Lambertville has over 450 members, but we do limit attendance to the first 50 guests. So please log on to www.networklambertville.com to sign up and for more information. See you at the next Network Lambertville.
And the sun goes down upon this river town.
Hi, this is Judith Marchand with PANJ Radio. I'd like to invite you to listen to my new show, Musical Notes, where I will be interviewing different musicians at 8 p.m. every night. Tuesday nights I will have a new musician, and then it will air the rest of the week. We'll be finding out what these musicians are all about and listening to some of their music. So tune in. It's going to be a great show on PANJradio.com.
Hi, you're listening to Joey Novick, and I am the host of Punchlines and Politics. We air live every Monday, 7 p.m. right here on WPANJradio.com, and that show repeats at 6 each day. And we have some of the best people from politics and some of the most fantastically funny comedians in New Jersey. So please listen to me, come in the studio, and enjoy the show. Joey Novick, Punchlines and Politics.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of the Bucks County Cabaret Show. I'm your host, Tom Orr, back with Rob Bell from PANJ Radio.
I'm still here.
He's still here. And right now, we have on our phone line Barbara Weikamp. Hi, Barbara. How are you doing?
Hey, Tom. Very good.
And Barbara will be appearing October 22nd at the Bucks County Cabaret. This is the week before Halloween, and we've been talking about our great programs in October. We're making it a real themed month. This month we're going to decorate the cabaret with a bunch of, fall and Halloween-type spooky decorations. And Barbara is... let me tell you a bit about her. She's performed. She's been an actress. She's performed around the country. And you live in Doylestown, right, Barbara?
I do. And my husband, Nick Dunn, he is an entertainer now as well. And,
and he's part of your show now, right?
Oh, yes. He plays Roland. He plays a lot of characters. He's actually very funny, and he is the master of ceremonies. He really...
And what I should explain is, for Barbara's show... and for this show in particular, and all your shows, you impersonate celebrities, and not
sort of. I sort of do that. I feel it's more paying tribute to.
And she does male and female celebrities, and you do the whole 9 yards with the costumes and everything.
Oh yes, definitely, and I really enjoy that. I've been an actress all my life, and. I love observing people and studying people, or just kind of getting into their soul.
Uh-huh.
And I've had such a great journey doing this show. I think we started the show in 2011. Nick actually came up with this show theme, Memories of the Night, bringing superstars who passed away too soon back to life, because there in 2011 it was a Halloween show too. And it's been such a rich experience getting to know these characters. So I feel like I am me, but I'm in them too. They're in me, and I kind of express their essence. I am dressed as them.
And this is a great, and to do so many of them in one night. And I should explain, she does Elvis, Bobby Darin, Mama Cass, Karen Carpenter, Janis Joplin, Patsy Cline. Are you doing John Lennon for this show too?
I am not bringing John because we had to cut it.
Oh.
It was getting to be like too long. I had my friend from New York, Christine Zabornik, come direct us last weekend, which was a lot of fun. And so we really tightened up the show, and really excited about it. I'm doing Marilyn Monroe and Judy Garland.
Yes, I forgot to mention
John
them.
Denver. Patsy Cline, I think you mentioned that. Roy Orbison.
Roy Orbison.
Yeah. Karen Carpenter.
And Barbara, I should explain that Barbara comes to us. I have an agent friend, Natalie Joy Kay, with on-demand programs and events.
Right.
And that's how we got Barbara to come into the Cabaret show. So this show is in conjunction with Natalie's on-demand productions.
Yes.
Programs and events.
So now, when you do, a lot of those people are singers. Do you sing all of those different voices?
Oh yes.
Wow.
Yes, I do, and that's very interesting too, because I well, before this, I was mainly doing musical theater. I mean, some pop, rock, but this really expanded my range and brought me into a whole nother realm. And it's interesting because I realized how much lower range I have.
Yes.
I'm very comfortable now, and I think it's
a lower
good
register.
Range.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I got some really good tonality there.
So
It's been really fun, like singing Karen Carpenter and these like Bobby Darin and Buddy Holly. Because I started as a soprano.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have a very large range.
Yes. Yes, and other shows that I do, like Fabulous Females of Broadway, I'm using that a little more. I'll do some, Liza Minnelli type pieces, but yes.
Well, this is a show we're really looking forward to. I mean, it really fits in with our whole theme for the month. And is there anything else you wanted to tell us about it before we let you go?
I'll tell you, I invite everybody to come and enjoy, and I am about like taking people on a journey, and my husband is too, and we want to have fun and entertain, and I hope you come. And thank you, Tom. We love what you're doing.
Can I put you on the spot to do a voice impression?
A little voice?
A voice? I don't know. You said John Lennon was cut. How about can you do John Lennon?
You want me to do? There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game in time. It's easy. Go for it, Tom.
All you need is love.
All you need is love.
All you need is love.
And you can see that she pours everything into this, and this is what a great cabaret show is all about, taking you on a journey, and that's why we're really looking forward to this one, Barbara.
I also want to say the food is great.
It is.
There, I love it. The wait people, the service.
And we're just telling that they're fixing the place up.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the renovation.
A great renovation they're in the middle of, but it's almost done for tonight's show. So, Barbara, thanks for calling in. And that's Barbara Weikamp on October 22nd, 8 o'clock at the Bucks County Cabaret.
And Nick Dunn.
And Nick Dunn, yeah. So he's an important part of this show.
Yes, he is. All right, Tom.
Thanks, Barbara. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Wow, there's a lot of different people.
Yeah,
I was going to ask her if she did a Joey Novick.
There's many women who have done Joey Novick, but not. I didn't. No, that's not what I meant.
That is exactly what you meant.
That's exactly. No, I was. One observation I had is that she does both Mama Cass and Karen Carpenter, which one woman who died from eating too much and the other one who didn't get enough to eat. So had they been able to get together, they'd both be alive today.
This is as you know, Joey Novick was here in her first half, and you can tell that he's back because we're all.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I didn't.
We're all laughing again. So Joey Novick, October 1st. Now, October 8th, we have Phyllis Chappelle, who, Rob, we have interviewed her before and played her music before.
That's true.
Here's a little promo she did for us and the Bucks County Cabaret.
I call myself a singer-songwriter with a twist. And that twist is a little bit of jazz, like the Great American Songbook, and folk music, and American popular music, with a little bit of funky stuff and popular music from the 60s up to the present. And then songs in up to about 13 different languages. And in my shows, this is what I present, a mix of this material, and plus my originals. Well, I wanted to perform at the Bucks County Cabaret because it is a beautiful listening room. And a friend of mine, Steve Heiser, had mentioned this place. And I remembered that I had been there a number of years ago with Bob Egan. And I went there recently to see a performance, and I was just blown away. It is so beautiful, and the sound is beautiful, and the way that the lighting is, and the performance that I saw was wonderful. So I was really, really excited when they asked me to perform there. I think it's really important that local professional performers, musicians, actors, etc., have really great local venues. They don't have to go up to New York or to D.C. I think that the Bucks County Cabaret will be one of those venues. Are you a theater lover or a music lover? Check out the Bucks County Cabaret. Are you a performer? Check out the Bucks County Cabaret. It's beautiful. You're going to love it.
And thank you, Phyllis Chappell, for that testimonial there. And if you hear her music, you're going to love it. Here's one we played, Rob.
My love must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anyone but you. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. I only have eyes for you, dear. Oh, the moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky. I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. So am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you. But they all disappear never, never gonna see another one like I have with you, baby. You're much too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off of you. You're much too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Only have eyes for you. Only have eyes for you. Ooh, baby, 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 for you.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's... she was
pretty
named,
impressive, man.
Yeah, very impressive. This is October 8th at the Bucks County Cabaret. Phyllis Chappelle, named as one of the top jazz singers of all time by a very well-known critic. So she's, and you can just tell by that whole arrangement there that you don't want to miss this show.
And I was just hypnotized by the last section of the music. With her just going, it was very good.
Now, after that, we have Everything Turned to Color. And this is an indie folk jazz group that's appeared at World Cafe Live, the Rockwood Festival, and it's just the soft harmonies. You don't expect to hear this.
This is October 15th.
This is October 14th.
October 14th,
Friday.
October
14th.
I just want to compliment you on the very eclectic and wide range of entertainment that you have.
Well, that was
That is exactly right. He is extremely eclectic over here.
Well, that was our original goal, to try to bring in music that will appeal to everyone, but will be different every time. Every time, not just music, but comedy. You can see what we're trying to do.
Even you, Joey.
Yeah,
even you, Joey.
Yeah, but we had to lower the bar. We tried to lower the bar just a bit. So Phyllis at one end and me at the other end, as far as the bar of talent. No, but I just want to say, looking at the schedule and being on your email list, I mean, there are comedy clubs aplenty all over the place that have stand up. There are very few places that are providing such a wide range of.
And you know, Joey. We've been talking about our shows in October because that's what this show is about, all the things at the Bucks County Cabaret in October. But in November, you're coming in for a late night show.
I'm looking. I will be taking a nap in the afternoon to make sure I can stay up late for late night improv jam. We're going to have comedians and improvisers go up the stage.
And if you've ever seen the show, Whose Line Is It Anyway? And I'm sure you all have. Rob, you've seen that show.
Of course, right? yes. I'm an old person.
This is going to be in the same vein, where we bring, where Joey's going to bring the audience up on stage to participate with other comedians in these hysterical comedy improv.
And we've been rehearsing those scenes for months. I'm saying, so it's a completely improvised show. We'll be doing some very short form, funny games, and I'm hoping that it becomes a regular thing at the theater.
And I do digress, because we were talking about Everything Turned to Color, and we want to play a little bit from them. Here it is, and this is called Invisibility.
When I saw you dancing in the nude, I knew we was gone. Far too long to reconcile the demons that we muted out with alcohol, self-prescribed for the pain. Took years to find, but finally I'm believing. There's more inside. There's more in life for me. To the fortunate few, I plead. Can I be fortunate too? Caught a little lullaby like a halo in my hand, a rainbow in the shitstorm of deceit. While forlorn at first by second slate, I knew the grievance game. It's who you know and how you can deplete them for more in life. They need more inside. Fortunate few, I plead. Can I be fortunate too? Oh, and when you break, you're like a child. Child to reborn in your open arms, 'cause in your arms there's more for me. To the fortunate few, fortunate too. For me, the fortunate few, I see. Hey, I'm fortunate too. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Lovely, lovely harmonies by Everything Turned to Color, and that's October 14th at the Bucks County Cabaret. I'm back with Rob Bell and Joey Novick, who's sort of taken over as our co-host.
I'm here because I have nowhere else to go.
we let him hang out.
You tell us to leave, and you
can leave anytime you like.
We felt sorry for him, so we let him stay.
Thank you.
That's the PANJ mascot.
Finish my sandwich.
So after that. And we were talking about eclectic. Now we have a country band coming in, and this is Patsy Stevens and the Hall Brothers. Now the Hall Brothers go way back. So does Patsy. These guys are known country artists from back in the old days, where they actually played the old time country instruments like the steel guitar and. Not the all, rock and roll electric instruments you hear with country music nowadays. So you're going to hear authentic, classic country on October 15th with Patsy Stevens and the Hall Brothers. And my great uncle is coming from out of town. He's in his 70s, but he used to play with Brenda Lee.
Oh, wow.
And he knows one of the guys in the band. He's like, he just wants to see these guys. So he's coming down from upstate Pennsylvania to see that show. So let's play a little bit from Patsy's honky tonk, actually called Patsy Stevens and the Hall Brothers.
I'll go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway, Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. To see a weeping willow crying on his pillow, and maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
That was Patsy Stevens and the Hall Brothers. And rounding out our shows for October, we have Rupert Waite. And that one is on October, oh boy, unprepared host here. But that is the end of October. I believe that's October 28th.
Check the website.
We check our website. Thank you, Joey. You rescued me there.
I'm a very, very, because I never remember anything. My refrain is always check the website.
And the website is www.buckscountycabaret.com. We thought that would be a
clever title.
A good website name for the Bucks County Cabaret.
Great shows. Great shows coming up.
We have some great shows coming up in the renovated Rodeway. October is going to be very exciting. We're going to have a great show next week. We're going to do the rest of our schedule, and it's going to be a fun farewell. It'll be our final show, the Bucks County Cabaret Show, and I don't mind saying that because we will be back. Retooled in a new form in the new year. We're not going to give too much away, but it's going to be a very exciting show.
But you've already given away the fact that it'll be in the new year.
It'll be in the new year, yes. Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break while we put this whole great idea together. And then we'll be back with PANJ Radio.
So you're taking a little break to go on the road with Donald Trump and help him?
Well, no, we're not going to do that. No.
Oh, right.
That's right. We'll have a new president.
By then, yes, we will. And things will have settled down.
They'll take oath of office, and then the show will start.
The good thing about if Donald Trump becomes president, you won't have to do a show because then we won't have a First Amendment. So think of all the time you'll save.
In November, we're having a lot of great stuff coming. We'll have a great show about that. We also will be rehearsing. That's another reason we won't be doing the show. I'm doing my own show with Megan Hill in December, and we will be rehearsing for that. It's called It's a Fruitcake, Seasoned Greetings.
There you go.
So, and it's in a humorous vein, so I'm going to take a little, get a few tips from Joey here. We're tooling that up right now. We're rehearsing it. We're doing great songs like It's a Fruitcake, of course, and Frosty the Beer Mug, which is one of my favorites.
So these are all parody songs?
Well, not all parodies. We do some fun
some
Christmas songs. We do some cool Yule songs and some other things. But it's going to be fun. A fun night out.
Any Jewish material for Hanukkah or no? No,
we could do the what's the Hanukkah song that Adam
The
Sandler
dreidel
does?
song?
The pull out your yarmulke. It's time for Hanukkah.
Okay. You don't have to.
I don't think they would
the
accept
Sandler
it from,
song. Yeah, that is great.
From a blue-eyed blonde guy like me.
Okay. Well, then don't. You don't have to. Don't just do it for me. Anyway,
I just don't have that. What is that? That shtick.
The shtick. I love when the goyim say shtick. It's just so adorable. You want to pinch them. You just want to pinch them and go, that is so cute. You tried to sound Jewish. I'm going to schlep over to the Bucks County Cabaret and see some shows.
That's the shtick.
It's October 1st. Joey Novick.
That's me, comedian elected town council in New Jersey.
Thank you so much for coming in, Joey. October 1st, Joey Novick at the Bucks County Cabaret. Thank you, Rob Bell. It was a great show.
Thank you.
I just laughed my tuchus off. I did.
And you said that just like a Jew. You said that almost like a Jew. It was very good.
Come back next week for the Bucks County Cabaret Show.